Imagine an empty stadium. The lights are bright, the air is still. You stand at the starting line or maybe at the free throw line. You can feel the texture of the ball in your hands. You can hear the faint echo of your own breathing. This is not just daydreaming, this is a deliberate, focused act of creation within the mind. We call it visualization. It is a powerful tool. Olympic champions, weekend warriors, they use this technique to prepare for the immense pressure of competition. It is a mental workout, as crucial as any physical exercise. They are actively building the blueprint for success inside their own consciousness. Visualization is more than just seeing a positive outcome. It is a full sensory experience. Feel the stretch in your muscles as you leap, hear the perfect swish of the net, smell the freshly cut grass, feel the sting of sweat in your eyes. Mental imagery, mental rehearsal. Use all your senses to rehearse an action or event in your mind. Detailed, vivid, compelling internal reality. This mental simulation prepares body and mind to perform flawlessly, a journey you take millions of times in your head before the first physical step. Why do elite performers rely on this? It bridges the gap between thought and action. The human brain, a 3-pound universe, has a fascinating quirk. It doesn't always distinguish imagined from real. Mentally rehearsing a perfect golf swing. The brain sends signals to the muscles. These signals are subtle but real. They strengthen neural pathways, create muscle memory without physical fatigue. Practice, refine, perfect, even while resting on the couch. Journey into the inner cosmos of the human mind. See how a simple thought can sculpt physical reality. Look at athletes who mastered this art. Examine the science behind its power. In the theater of the mind, every athlete can be a champion. Run the race 1,000 times, score the winning goal, feel the weight of the gold medal. This is not magic. It is the profound connection between imagination and physical selves. A fundamental tool for anyone seeking to push the limits of what's possible. To understand visualization, we must first travel deep inside the human brain. This intricate network of neurons is where the magic happens. Imagine swinging a tennis racket. A specific part of your brain lights up. Motor cortex, command center for voluntary movement. That same area activates when you actually swing. Your brain doesn't see a big difference between imagining the serve and performing it. It practices the sequence, firing the same neurons in the same order. Neural mimicry is visualization's secret. The brain learns through repetition. Each action strengthens its neural pathway like carving a path in a dense forest. First time is hard. The more you travel it, the clearer and easier it becomes. Visualization lets you walk that path repeatedly in your mind. You're reinforcing a neurological blueprint for perfect performance. Weak electrical signals travel down the spinal cord to muscles, creating subtle activation patterns. This is neuromuscular programming. Stronger brain-body connections. More than the motor cortex is involved. Other brain regions join the symphony. Cerebellum, back of the brain. Coordinating movement, balance. Fine-tuning motor skills. Visualizing a complex gymnastic routine engages the cerebellum. It smooths the sequence and improves timing and coordination. Parietal lobe helps you orient yourself in space. Court, field. Visual cortex creates the images you see. All these parts create a rich mental simulation almost as good as the real thing. A full-scale dress rehearsal inside your skull. Mental practice builds confidence and automaticity. Visualize success hundreds of times. The event feels familiar. It feels less daunting. Movements become second nature. Doable without conscious thought. This is the zone. Bodies execute rehearsed patterns to perfection. The conscious mind steps aside. The ingrained visualized performance takes over. The brain already ran the simulation and it knows the way to success. The history of sports is filled with legends. Many of these titans of athletic achievement share a common secret. They are masters of the mind's eye. Consider Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. Before every single game, he would sit quietly and visualize. He would see himself making his shots. He would see himself playing tough defense. He would see himself leading his team to victory. He famously said, "I never looked at the consequences of missing a big shot." When you think about the consequences, you always think of a negative result. By visualizing success, he programmed his mind and body to expect it. His mental rehearsals were as much a part of his training as his physical practice on the court. Jack Nicklaus, the Golden Bear, won 18 major championships. His success was built on a foundation of meticulous mental preparation. He claimed that he never hit a shot, not even in practice, without having a very sharp, in-focus picture of it in his head. He would see the ball land where he wanted it to land, he would see its path, He would see its trajectory, he would see its bounce. This mental movie was not just a hope, it was a command. He believed his physical performance was simply a replication of the perfect shot he had already executed in his mind. For Nicholas, the mental game was not just part of the game, it was the whole game. The great Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps used visualization to an extraordinary degree. His coach, Bob Bowman, would have him watch the videotape in his mind every night before sleep and every morning upon waking. Phelps would visualize the perfect race, from the moment he stepped on the block to the final touch of the wall. He even visualized scenarios where things went wrong, like his goggles filling with water. He would then visualize himself overcoming these challenges to win anyway. This prepared him for any eventuality, making him mentally resilient and almost unbeatable in the water. From the boxing ring to the ski slopes, the stories are the same. Muhammad Ali would famously float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He not only said it, he visualized it. He saw himself as graceful, powerful, and victorious long before he stepped through the ropes. Champion skier Lindsey Vonn would mentally ski the entire course before each race, memorizing every turn, every bump, and every gate. These athletes understood a profound truth: the body cannot go where the mind has not been first. They used visualization not as a gimmick, but as a core component of their training, proving that the greatest battles are often won before they even begin. The stories of elite athletes are compelling. But what does science say? Do controlled experiments support these anecdotal claims? The answer is a resounding yes. A landmark study from the early 1990s provided some of the most convincing evidence. Researchers at the University of Chicago took 3 groups of basketball players. Group 1 practiced free throws on a court for an hour every day. Group 2 only visualized making free throws. They did not touch a basketball. Group 3, the control, they did nothing. After 30 days, the results were astonishing. The physical practice group improved by 24%. The control group showed no improvement. The visualization group improved by 23%, nearly identical to the physical practice group. This experiment dramatically demonstrated the power of the mind to train the body. By rehearsing the free throw mentally, the brain refined motor programs and strengthened neural pathways. Mental practice is not just motivational, it's a legitimate form of physical training. The mind can build skill, even without physical movement. Another line of research uses electromyography, EMG. EMG measures the electrical activity produced by muscles. Scientists hooked a weightlifter to an EMG machine and asked them to imagine lifting a heavy weight. The sensors detected small but significant electrical impulses in the exact muscles used for the lift. The brain was sending real signals to the muscles, even though the athlete sat perfectly still. Further studies expanded these findings across disciplines. Pianists. Mental practice activated the same brain regions and improved performance almost as much as physical practice. Surgeons. Visualizing complex procedures led to greater precision and fewer errors. Athletes. Visualization showed similar performance gains. The evidence is clear and consistent. The brain and body are not separate. They're a deeply interconnected system, working together for greatness. Visualization harnesses that connection, letting us practice, learn, and improve in powerful new ways. It's a scientifically validated method for unlocking your true human potential. Yes, yours. Knowing that visualization works is one thing, but feeling its power is another. Knowing how to do it effectively, that's where champions are made. Building your own mental gymnasium takes consistency and a clear method. Commit to it and watch yourself soar. The first step, find a quiet, comfortable space where you can focus and not be disturbed. This is your launch pad. Close your eyes and take a few deep, slow breaths. Feel the energy building within you. Calm your body, focus your mind, and set the stage for a vivid, unstoppable mental rehearsal. This initial relaxation phase is crucial. It's the foundation for your winning performance. Once relaxed, begin to construct the scene in your mind. Make it bold, make it real. Don't just see it, experience it with all your senses. Bring your vision to life. Feel the cool water on your skin. Let every detail fuel your drive. Hear the splash as you dive in. Immerse yourself in the moment. Smell the faint scent of chlorine in the air. Make it vivid, make it yours. See the black line on the bottom of the pool guiding you forward. Focus and determination in every stroke. Taste the water if a little gets in your mouth. Embrace every sensation. The more sensory details you include, the more real it becomes for your brain. Make it unforgettable. This multi-sensory approach tricks the brain into believing the event is happening. Success starts here. Make your mental movie as high definition as possible. See every detail, feel every victory. There are two main perspectives, external and internal. Use both to your advantage. External is like watching a movie of yourself. You see your body performing the action perfectly from outside. Analyze, improve, excel. Useful for analyzing form and technique, refine your craft. Internal visualization is often more powerful. You see the event from your own eyes, live it, own it. You feel the movements from within, connect mind and body for unstoppable results. Practice both, but focus on internal to link mental rehearsal and physical feeling. This is your edge. Finally, consistency is key. Visualization is a skill. It improves with practice. Keep going, never stop. Aim for 5 to 10 minutes each day. Make it a winning habit. Do it before practice to prime your body and mind. Get ready to shine. Do it after practice to reinforce what you have learned. Lock in your progress. Do it before competition to build confidence and program success. Step in ready to win. Don't just visualize the perfect outcome. Embrace the journey. Also visualize overcoming challenges with composure and strength. This is how resilience is built. Your mental gymnasium is always open, always available, and it's one of the most powerful training facilities you'll ever have. Use it. The benefits of visualization extend far beyond the physical wiring of muscle memory. They shape your destiny. This powerful technique provides a profound psychological edge, shaping your mindset for high-stakes competition. Rise to the challenge. One of its most significant mental benefits is the management of anxiety and stress. Turn nerves into fuel. Competition is inherently stressful, but you are ready for it. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, but you can break through, causing muscles to tighten and minds to cloud over unless you take control. By repeatedly visualizing a successful performance in a calm and controlled mental state, you can diffuse the anxiety of the actual event. Victory starts in the mind. The competition venue, the crowd, the pressure, make them your allies. This familiarity builds an unshakable sense of confidence. Step up and own your moment. Confidence is not just wishful thinking. It is the deep-seated belief in one's own ability to succeed. Visualization builds this belief from the inside out. Sink the winning putt. Cross the finish line first. Your brain begins to accept it as a real possibility, even an inevitability. This mental evidence of past successes creates a positive feedback loop. The more you visualize success, the more confident you become. The more confident you are, the more likely you are to perform well, which in turn provides more fuel for future confidence. Furthermore, visualization helps athletes maintain focus and concentration. In the heat of the moment, distractions are everywhere. The roar of the crowd, the actions of an opponent, a negative thought creeping in. Mental rehearsal trains the brain to lock onto the task at hand and filter out irrelevant stimuli. By practicing the entire sequence of an event in your mind, preparation, execution, completion, you learn what to focus on at each critical moment. This allows an athlete to enter a state of flow where they are completely absorbed in the performance, and action feels effortless and automatic. This mental training also fosters motivation and commitment. On days when physical training feels like a grind, when the body is tired and the goals seem distant, visualization can be a powerful motivator. Standing on the podium, holding the trophy. This mental picture serves as a potent reminder of why the hard work, the sacrifice, the daily discipline. It keeps the fire burning, providing the mental fuel needed to persevere through the inevitable challenges on the long road to excellence. We have journeyed from the inner cosmos of the brain to the grand arenas of sport. We have seen how a simple, focused thought can ripple outwards, shaping nerve, muscle, and ultimately, destiny. Visualization is not a fringe idea or a mystical practice. It is a tangible, science-backed tool that taps into the brain. It is the art of building a bridge between imagination and physical achievement. It leverages the brain's ability to learn, adapt, and prepare, turning mental blueprints into reality on the field, the court, in the pool. The evidence is everywhere. Controlled lab studies show near equal gains from mental and physical practice. Brain scans reveal the motor cortex lighting up in rehearsal. And the stories of the greatest athletes, Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, show how mental practice sculpts legendary careers. Every great performance is executed twice, first in the mind, then in the world. Mental rehearsal separates the good from the truly great, giving the edge when fractions of a second or inches matter. This is available to everyone. No expensive equipment, no special facility, just a quiet space, a few minutes, and discipline. Create vivid multisensory experiences, see from within, rehearse success, rehearse resilience. Build a mental gymnasium. This practice builds confidence, sharpens focus, and calms nerves under pressure. It turns anxiety into anticipation and fear into focus, creating a psychological shield in competition. In the grand cosmic scheme, we are immense potential limited only by our self-imposed boundaries. Visualization is a key to unlock that potential. The inner world shapes the outer world. The mind is an active participant in creating reality. For athletes, the lesson is clear. Train your body, don't neglect your mind. Ultimately, performance reflects the picture you paint in your mind's eye.